now across 3,000 yards.
Are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Ravens offense set to go to work, and it's Lamar Jackson now in his 6th NFL campaign who will lead the way.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. They'll start with the option. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Facing 4th down, Baltimore will punt. Jordan Stout out there. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft. In his 3rd season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll start on the ground. ETN looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 16 carries, 90 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Jaguars at 4-9 now on the year. And they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws in a double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one. It just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down and a pickup of 5 yards. We've seen quite a bit of a short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break the top.
Touchdown! Calvin Ridley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. Now, they've been dreadful against the run. No getting around at number 32, dead last in the NFL.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They go play action now. Jackson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But it looked like they marched to the end zone and hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Flushed it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's blocked it. Josh Allen able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for them.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Justin Madubuike in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That's taken inside his own 40. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive will start with an option going left. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. That's Ronnie Stanley, former top 10 pick from Notre Dame. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st down coming up. Now it's Jackson. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. Jackson. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Now Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open. He couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. So Lawrence will exit, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Jaguar field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It's a pickup of 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple. Here's Huntley. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. In motion, right one of the tight ends. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw is Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews from 21 yards away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. From the gun, Bigsby. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. That's taken on the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try to get some points and feel great going into the half.
Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, it winds up getting buried for the loss. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime here and a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out west in Las Vegas, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Justin Herbert, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. From there, we'll take the trip east to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Jordan Love leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Finally, Monday Night Football. Two of the most successful franchises of this new millennium. 8 Super Bowls between them. The Chiefs and Patriots from Foxborough. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now Lawrence on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Open man is Kirk, complete. Room to maneuver at the 35. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 59 yards. And the Jags come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And Andrews going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made up near the 35. Here's Jackson to throw. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Hunt. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Jags and Christian Kirk making their way back out on offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Lawrence with a completion to Kirk. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
ETN up the middle. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 55 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
Holding offense.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now Lawrence to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. Give him 18 on the play. On 1st down, Lawrence. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point for McManus is good, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
It's a gain of 34. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Good contain. No gain on the screen.
A bad time to call this play. You're thinking on third down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped him for no gain.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Now Lawrence to throw on second down. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They'll run with ETN. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play that time as we have now reached the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the fourth. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. They'll start by running the option to the right. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
They run right side with Hunt. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 88 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Open man is Duvernay.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now it's Jackson. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was brought down by Andre Cisco. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
And Jackson going to hold on to it.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Now, hang on. We got an injured player down there. Oh, boy, that's Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ, who's hurting. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll give to Hunt here on the option.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Jackson now. This is caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Hunt going to run for it.
And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And it's caught. It's Ridley. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 6 at the 36-yard line.
Keep it together, offense. Keep it together.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
And it's taken in by his big tight end.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Lawrence.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut him down on that attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. High fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Jackson and the Ravens, here they come. Down 27-21, 1:36 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Now Jackson.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Connecting with Aguilar.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10.
That ball's caught. Aguilar right side.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Here's Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. And that is dropped. Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on. If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday night has been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken it.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your ties. Get to share it with the home team.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football.